The force of your desire is the very thing keeping it away from you. The more desperately you want something, the more you broadcast its absence. This sounds like a cruel paradox, but understanding its mechanics is the key to receiving everything you've asked for. This isn't about wanting less, it's about changing the very nature of how you want. Because the white-knuckled grip you have on your goals is actively telling your own subconscious mind to reject them. Imagine you're trying to catch a butterfly in a field. If you run at it, hands flailing, swatting wildly, what happens? The butterfly darts away. The air pressure from your own frantic movement pushes it out of reach. Your effort creates the exact opposite of your intended result. Now picture yourself sitting still in that same field. You become a part of the landscape. You are calm, open, and present. Sooner or later, a butterfly might just land on your shoulder. Your lack of forceful effort made you approachable. This is the physical equivalent of what happens on a subconscious level when you try to manifest something. The desperate, controlling energy, the constant checking for results, the anxiety about the timeline, the obsession with the method, is a form of psychological flailing. It's loud, it's chaotic, and it signals one thing to the deepest parts of your mind: lack. This frantic energy creates a state of internal resistance. It feels like you're driving with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. You're burning fuel, making a lot of noise, but you're going nowhere. The conscious mind, the part of you that sets the goal, is flooring the accelerator. It's saying, "I want that new job," or "I want that relationship." But the subconscious mind, feeling the anxiety, the desperation, the raw fear that it might not happen, is slamming on the brakes. It registers the feeling behind the thought, and the feeling is one of profound scarcity. You are trying to build a new reality from the foundation of your current lack. It's like trying to build a skyscraper on a swamp. The foundation is unstable because the emotional signal is a contradiction. You're telling your system two things at once: go there, and we are not there, and that is terrifying. Guess which message is more powerful? The emotional one, every single time. But that resistance is actually a form of protection, and understanding who it's trying to protect you from changes the entire game. Your subconscious mind is a relentlessly loyal but very literal bodyguard. Its prime directive, coded over millions of years of evolution, is simple: keep you safe. Safe means familiar. The reality you are currently experiencing, even if you dislike it, is a known variable. It has kept you alive this long. Your bodyguard sees it as safe territory. When you introduce a new, intense desire, you're essentially pointing to a spot on the map far outside this territory and saying, "We need to get there, and we need to get there now." The conscious mind sees opportunity. The subconscious bodyguard, however, hears the desperation in your voice. It feels the anxiety, the fear of failure, the pain of not having it yet. To your bodyguard, these are danger signals. It interprets your frantic wanting as a source of immense stress and instability. It hears your emotional state, which is screaming, "The fact that we don't have this thing is a huge problem." This is a 5-alarm fire. Its response is perfectly logical from its perspective. It tries to put out the fire. It does this by reinforcing what it knows to be safe. It anchors you more firmly in your current reality to protect you from the perceived pain and danger of this new unfulfilled desire. Your resistance isn't a flaw. It's your own security system, working perfectly, based on the input you're giving it. You are telling your bodyguard that the absence of your desire is a threat. So it works overtime to make sure you stay in the safe zone of your current life, where that threat is at least a known quantity. You are accidentally programming your own protector to fight against the very change you want to create. So how do you give your bodyguard a new set of instructions? You have to change the emotional signal you're sending. You have to convince it that the destination is safe before you've even arrived. This is where the concept of surrender comes in. Surrender, in this context, has nothing to do with giving up. It is the act of giving over. It is a conscious decision to release your control over two specific variables, the how and the when. You maintain perfect clarity on the what, the end result, the feeling of the desire fulfilled. But you fire yourself from the job of micromanaging the delivery. This is a profound shift. It's the difference between being a frantic, stressed-out project manager and being the CEO who confidently delegates a task to a trusted team. The CEO states the objective clearly, provides the necessary resources, and then gets out of the way so the experts can do their work. They trust the process. Think of placing an order on Amazon. You find the item you want. That's the what. You click Buy Now. In that moment, do you obsess over the logistics? Do you worry about which specific truck will carry your package, what route the driver will take, or whether he'll stop for coffee? Of course you don't. You simply trust the system. You know Amazon has a process, and you let it work. You go about your day with the underlying assumption it's on its way. That feeling, that calm, certain expectation, is the emotional signature of trust. It is the complete opposite of the anxious, controlling energy of lack. When you surrender the how and when of your manifestation, you are generating that same Amazon order feeling. You are sending a new coherent signal to your subconscious bodyguard. The message is no longer, "This is a crisis." The message is now, "The order has been placed, it's handled. We can relax." This signal tells your bodyguard to stand down. It removes the perceived threat, the brakes come off, and for the first time, your foot on the gas can actually create forward momentum. But this requires a level of faith that can feel deeply uncomfortable at first. Planting a seed is a perfect metaphor for this act of trust. A gardener doesn't plant a carrot seed and then dig it up every morning to see if it's growing. That would kill it. The gardener understands their role. Their job is to prepare the soil, plant the seed at the right depth, provide water and sunlight, and remove the weeds. Their job is to create the conditions for growth. They have zero control over the internal mechanics of germination. That part is handled by a force and an intelligence far beyond their own. The gardener's trust in this natural process is absolute. They do their part, and then they let nature do its part. Surrendering your manifestation is exactly this. Your job is to get clear on what you want, choosing the seed. Your job is to align your thoughts and feelings with the reality of already having it, preparing the soil. Your job is to take inspired, intuitive actions when they feel right, watering and weeding. Then, your most important job is to let it go. You must trust that the process of germination is happening beneath the surface, hidden from your view. Trying to control the how and when is the equivalent of digging up the seed. It's an act of profound distrust. Every time you worry, how is this possibly going to happen, or why is it taking so long, you are yanking your desire out of the fertile ground of your subconscious and exposing it to the harsh analytical light of your conscious, doubting mind. You are disrupting the very process you initiated. Surrender is the ultimate act of faith. It is the quiet confidence that the seed is growing, even when you see no evidence on the surface. This trust is the sunlight. It's the water. It's the very energy that nurtures the manifestation into physical form. Without it, you're just a person with a handful of dead seeds, wondering why their garden is barren, and this state of trust has a distinct physical and emotional feeling that you can learn to cultivate. The feeling of forcing something is unmistakable. It lives in your body. It's the tension in your shoulders as you try to solve a problem with pure intellect. It's the shallow breathing when you're worried about a deadline. It's the clenched jaw while you visualize every single step that has to go right for your goal to come true. This is the state of control. It's exhausting. It operates from the belief that if you stop pedaling for 1 second, the entire bicycle will crash. It's a state of perpetual vigilance, rooted in the fear that the universe will drop the ball if you're not there to manage it. Now, compare that to the feeling of allowing. Allowing feels like relief. It's the full exhale you do at the end of a long day. It's the feeling of leaning back in a comfortable chair. It's the sensation of floating in water, knowing you are fully supported. This is the physical state that surrender creates. When you truly let go of the how and when, you stop running a million stressful what-if scenarios in your mind. You free up an immense amount of mental and emotional energy. This newfound energy can then be reinvested into your present moment, into enjoying your life now. This is a critical piece of the puzzle. When you start living in the joy and gratitude of the present, you begin to match the emotional frequency of your desired outcome. You start feeling now how you imagine you will feel then. This closes the vibrational gap. Your subconscious bodyguard sees that you are safe, happy, and thriving right now, which makes the new desire seem much less like a dangerous unknown and more like a natural extension of the good things you are already experiencing. Surrendering control is the back door to achieving the very feeling state that manifestation requires. You stop chasing the butterfly. You sit down, enjoy the sun on your face, and you become the calm, beautiful flower that the butterfly wants to land on. So what is it about the how and the when that holds us so hostage? Our obsession with the how and when comes from a fundamental misunderstanding of our role in creation. We have been conditioned to believe that effort is directly proportional to results. In the physical world, this is often true. If you want to build a table, you must saw the wood, sand it, and assemble it. The how is entirely up to you, but manifestation operates on a different level of reality. It is a co-creative process between your conscious focus and a much larger intelligent system that manages the logistics. Your job is the what. The universe's job is the how. Trying to do the universe's job is not only arrogant, it's incredibly inefficient. Your limited conscious mind can only conceive of a few possible pathways for your desire to reach you, usually based on your past experiences. The universe, on the other hand, can see an infinite number of pathways. It can orchestrate synchronicities, opportunities, and connections that you could never plan. When you insist on your specific how, you are closing yourself off to all of these other, potentially faster and more magical routes. You are telling the master chess player how to move the pieces. You are giving a master chef a recipe from the back of a cereal box. Letting go of the how is an act of humility. It's an admission that there are forces at play that are more intelligent and capable than your worried mind. It is a powerful declaration that you are open to receiving your good in expected and unexpected ways. Releasing the when is even more challenging. It requires trusting that there is a divine timing to everything. Your desire might require other pieces to fall into place first. You might need to learn a lesson or develop a new skill before you're truly ready to receive and sustain what you've asked for. Forcing a timeline is like trying to bake a cake in 5 minutes by turning the oven up to 1,000 degrees. You will only burn the outside and leave the inside raw. Trusting the timing allows the entire recipe of your life to come together perfectly. Surrendering these two elements is the final and most powerful key. It is the ultimate act of trust. This surrender is the final signal that dissolves all remaining resistance. It is the moment you stop treating your desire like a problem to be solved and start treating it like a reality that is simply on its way. The internal conflict ceases. The bodyguard stands down. The engine of your subconscious and the steering wheel of your conscious mind are finally aligned, moving in the same direction. This is the state of flow. This is the path of least resistance. It is a space of peace, of knowing, of quiet confidence. You've moved from hoping it will happen to expecting it to happen. The most beautiful part of this process is that letting go feels good. It feels like freedom. The weight of having to figure it all out lifts from your shoulders. You stop being the frantic manager of your own life and become the curious observer of its unfolding. You start to notice the synchronicities, the little signs, the breadcrumbs the universe leaves for you when you're finally calm enough to see them. This journey was never about control. Control was the illusion we created to feel safe in a world that felt unpredictable. The true safety comes from trusting the flow. It comes from understanding that you are a part of a system that is designed to support you. You just have to do your part and then allow it to do its. The universe is not testing your worthiness or your patience. It is simply responding to the clarity and coherence of your signal. The only thing you ever needed to control was the letting go itself.